Jane read a poem called The Mindless Music to her friends at the Blue Zone Cafe. They were so shocked they left, and Jane felt devastated. Her parents listened patiently. They remembered when the poem was popular back when they were young. Music had changed over the years from reggaeton and sexamand to flicka vibes, but now, reggae vibes was back, and Jane thought the lyrics were still mindless. Her mother tried to calm her. She said sleep bands would help her friends forget the music they disliked. But Jane said her friends were programming their sleep bands to listen to the old, mindless music. Her parents explained that when they were young, the music was also seen as mindless by the older generation, but everyone knew the lyrics. Now, society accepted this kind of music as normal, and it felt worse to Jane. Jane was also angry because parents couldn't control their children anymore, who were empowered by the government and this music. The government had even made it required for couples to have children to keep the population from shrinking. Jane felt frustrated, saying, "I can't bear being an adult and not being able to do anything about it." She left the house and walked down the street, hearing the loud, reggae vibe music from stores. As she walked away from the noise, she heard a piano playing. It sounded like it had a soul, unlike the recordings. She followed the sound down an alley and found a small music store called Sinatra Sounds. The door was open, and beautiful music flowed out. But as Jane stepped inside, the music stopped. A young man came from behind a piano and asked, "Can I help you with anything?" Jane asked about the music. The young man said he was playing Just the Way You Are by Bruno Mars. He said the song was over 30 years old and had wonderful, meaningful lyrics. He introduced himself as Frank and asked Jane if she would help him get people to like this music again. Jane nodded and walked over to the piano. Frank sat down and played a single note. Jane introduced herself and complimented Frank on his beautiful blue eyes. He continued to play. Jane listened and dreamt as the music filled the store. Slowly, more and more people came into the store, drawn by the music. They stayed, they dreamt, and the music changed their lives forever.